Good morning, staff and scholars. Welcome to our 2021 finale virtual Black History Month celebration. There is an African proverb that says, until the lion tells his side of the story, the hunt will always glorify the hunter. Black people have a very rich history that traces all the way back to the very beginning of human life on this planet. Did you know that the first human being is traced back to a Black woman in Ethiopia? Black history is world history. Black culture is world culture. We are so excited for this opportunity to share our story with you. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this journey with us.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Oh, sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun, oh, new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Stony the road we trod, bitter the chastening rod, felt in the day that hope unborn has died. Yet with a steady breeze have not our weary feet come to the place on which our fathers sighed. Oh, we have come over a way that with tears has been watered. We have come treading our path through the blood of the slaughtered. Out from the gloomy past till now we stand at last, where the white gleam of our star is cast. God of the weary years, God of our silent tears, Thou who hast brought us thus far on the way, Thou who hast by thy might lead us into the light, keep us forever in the path we pray, lest our
This is a story of a little boy named Kareem who woke up one morning and asked his mother, Mom, what if there were no black people in the world? Well, his mother thought about that for a moment and then said, Son, follow me around today and let's just see what it would be like if there were no black people in the world. Mom said, Now go get dressed and we will get started.
Kareem ran to his room and put on his clothes and shoes. His mother took one good look at him and said, Kareem, where are your shoes? And those clothes look all wrinkled, son. I must iron them. But when she looked for the ironing board, it was no longer there. You see, Sarah Boone, a black woman, invented the ironing board. And Jan E. Matlinger, a black man, invented the shoelacing machine. Oh well, she said, please go and do something with your hair.
Kareem ran to the room to comb his hair, but the comb was not there. You see, Walter Sammons, a black man, invented the comb. Kareem decided to just brush his hair, but the brush was gone. You see, Lydia O. Newman, a black woman, invented the brush. Well, this was a sight. No shoes, wrinkled clothes, hair mess, even Mom's hair without the hair care inventions of Madam C.J. Walker. Well, you get the picture.
Mom told Kareem, let's do our chores around the house and then take a trip to the grocery store. Kareem's job was to sweep the floor. He swept and swept and swept. When he reached for the dustpan, it was not there. You see, Lloyd P. Ray, a black man, invented the dustpan. So he swept his pile over in a corner and left it there. He decided to mop the floor, but the mop was not there. You see, Thomas W. Stewart invented the mop.
Kareem yelled to his mom, Mom, I'm not having any luck. Well, son, she said, let me finish washing these clothes and we will prepare a list for the grocery store. When the wash was finished, she went to place the clothes in the dryer, but it was not there. You see, George T. Salmon, a black man, invented the clothes dryer. Mom then asked Kareem to go get a pencil and some paper to prepare their list for the market. So Kareem ran for the paper and pencil, but noticed the pencil lid was broken. Well, he was out of luck because John Love, a black man, invented the pencil sharpener. Mom reached for a pen, but it was not there because William Purvis, a black man, invented the fountain pen.
They made their way over to the car and found out it just wouldn't go. You see, Richard Sparks, a black man, invented the automatic gear shift, and Joseph Gamble invented the supercharger system. They noticed that a few cars were moving and were running into each other and having wrecks because there were no traffic signals. You see, Garrett A. Morgan, a black man, invented the traffic light. Well, it's getting late, so they walked to the market, got the groceries, and returned home. Just when they were about to put away the milk, eggs, and butter, they noticed the refrigerator was gone. You see, John Stannard, a black man, invented the refrigerator, so he just left the food on the counter.
By this time, Kareem noticed he was getting mighty cold. Mom turned the heat up, and what do you know? Alice Parker, a black woman, invented the heating furnace. In summertime, they would have been out of luck because Frederick Jones, a black man, invented the air conditioner. It was almost time for Kareem's father to arrive home. He usually takes the bus, but there is no bus because its precursor was the electric trolley, invented by another black man, Elbert R. Robinson. He usually takes the elevator from his office onto the 20th floor, but there is no elevator because Alexander Miles, a black man, invented the elevator.
He usually dropped off the mail at a nearby mailbox, but it was no longer there because Philip Downwick, a black man, invented the letter drop mailbox, and William Berry invented the post-making and canceling machine. Kareem and his mother sat at the kitchen table with their heads in their hands. When the father arrived, he asked, "Why are you singing in the dark?" Why? Because Louis Howard Latmere, a black man, invented the filament within the light bulb.
Kareem quickly learned what it would be like if there were no black people in the world, not to mention if he were ever sick. Charles Drew, a black scientist, found a way to preserve and store blood, which led to his starting to the world's first blood bank. Kareem was really intrigued by all these black inventions and wanted to learn more. He went to the World Wide Web to Google black inventions, but the internet did not exist because Emmett McHenry, a black man, invented the World Wide Web. Kareem wanted to share his new knowledge with his friends, so he went to grab his mom's cell phone, but it was not there, you see. Dr. Henry T. Sampson, a black man, invented the cell phone.
Well, son, as you can see, if there were no black people in the world, we will still be in the dark.
I am Imhotep. I'm the world's first recorded multi-genius. I'm known as the father of math and medicine. I am a scientist, priest, educator, astronomer, and poet. I am the world's greatest physician. I've cataloged over 3,000 usages of plants for various health cures. I have diagnosed over 200 diseases. I perform surgery and dentistry. I came before the great Greek thinkers, for they were students of my work. I am an African Renaissance man, the one who comes in peace. I'm most known for my famous words: eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow you will die. I am Imhotep.
I am Harriet Tubman. Some call me Moses. I was born into slavery right here in the state of Maryland in 1820. When I was a teenager, I was brutally hurt by an overseer. For months, I was near death. Slavery was an evil, cruel, and inhuman institution. I knew I had to get out. I successfully escaped slavery in 1849, leaving behind my husband and children. I had to go back. I had to go back and free my family. I had to go back and free my people. So I became a conductor on the Underground Railroad. This was a network of secret routes and safe houses used for enslaved African people to escape to free states and Canada. Despite a bounty on my head, which eventually went as high as $40,000, I returned to the South by foot at least 19 times to lead my family and thousands of people to freedom. I had reasoned this out in my mind. There was one of two things I had a right to: liberty or death. If I could not have one, I would have the other.
Hair played a significant role in the culture of ancient African civilizations. It symbolized one's family background, social status, tribe, and marital status. As early as the 15th century, different tribes used hair to show one's social hierarchy. Members of royalty wore elaborate hairstyles as a symbol of their stature. With hair being an elevated part of one's body, ancient communities believed that it helped with divine communication. This belief is the reason why hairstyling was entrusted to close relatives. People thought that if a strand of hair fell into the hands of an enemy, harm would come to the hair's owner. Hair was a prominent social activity, especially among women. People had the opportunity to socialize while styling each other's hair. The communal tradition of hair still exists today. Africa is rich with ancient hair traditions and styles. Here's a history of notable hairstyles and hair traditions from across the continent. Dreadlocks from the Himba tribe of northwestern Namibia. For the Himba tribe, hair indicates one's age, life stage, and marital status. The tribe lives in the northwestern region of Namibia. Tribe members use a mixture of ground outre, goat hair, and butter to create their dreadlocks. They also include hair extensions when weaving their dreadlocks. Braids and beads from the Fulani tribe of the Sahel region and West Africa. The Fula or Fulani tribe is the largest nomadic tribe in the world. They populate the Sahel region and the West Africa. The tribe's traditional hairstyle is a big trend in contemporary breeding. Hairstyles have named it Fulani braids. Thank you for watching the video. If you want to see more facts about Africa's history, subscribe and hit the like button. Odabo.
I am Sarah Breed Love. Who is she? You know me as Madam C.J. Walker. While I'm most known for my hair care products, I pride myself in being an entrepreneur and philanthropist. I'm a successful businesswoman. During the 1900s, I built my very own C.J. Walker manufacturing company. Some argue that I was the first self-made millionaire in America. Well, I was most definitely the most successful entrepreneur of my time. I made my fortune by developing and manufacturing a line of beauty hair products for Black women. In 1912, I addressed an annual gathering of the Negro Business League. From the convention floor, I declared, I am a woman who came from the cotton fields of South, and from there I was promoted to the wash tub, and from there I was promoted to the cook kitchen, and from there I promoted myself into the business of manufacturing hair goods and preparations. I have built my own factory on my own ground. So every time you comb or straighten your hair, you can remember this millionaire, Madam C.J. Walker. I am Black History.
Did you know that during the early 1920s, there was a thriving business district in Tulsa, Oklahoma that consisted of middle and upper class African American families? It is popularly known as Black Wall Street. Some even nicknamed it Little Africa. Black and African Americans owned and operated their own movie theaters, banks, cafes, churches, nightclubs, grocery stores, hotels, hospitals, libraries, newspapers, doctors' offices, and a remarkable school system that educated Black and African American children. From May 31st to June 1st, 1921, it was all destroyed. Mobs of white Americans massacred hundreds of men, women, and children, looted and literally burned the entire community to the ground, leaving 300 African Americans dead and 9,000 homeless. The massacre was one of the bloodiest and horrendous acts of terrorism America has ever experienced. Did you know that the number of businesses owned by Black and African American women grew 332% since 1997? The ambition of Black and African American women has made this the fastest growing group of entrepreneurs in America. That's a little Black girl magic for you.
There are 9 historically Black Greek-lettered organizations that make up the National Pan-Hellenic Council. Founded on the premise of sisterhood, brotherhood, and community service, collectively, these 9 organizations are known as the Divine Nine. Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated was founded on December 4th in 1906 at Cornell University in Ithaca, New York, by 7 college men who recognized the need for a strong bond of brotherhood among African descendants in this country. This was the first intercollegiate Greek letter fraternity established for African American men. Alpha Phi Alpha has long stood at the forefront of the African American community's fight for civil rights through leaders like W.E.B. Du Bois, Adam Clayton Powell Jr., Edward Brooke, Martin Luther King Jr., Thurgood Marshall, Andrew Young, William Gray, Paul Robeson, and many more. Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority was founded in 1908 on the campus of Howard University in Washington, D.C. Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority continues to make history by electing the first female Vice President of the United States, Kamala Harris. Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity was founded in 1911 at Indiana University. Omega Psi Phi Fraternity was founded in 1911 on the campus of Howard University. Founded on January 13, 1913, by 22 dynamic women, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority was founded on the campus of Howard University in Washington, D.C. These collegiate women wanted to use their collective strength to promote academic excellence and to provide assistance to those in need, with a primary focus on the Black community. To this day, with more than 200,000 members and chapters globally, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated continues to provide resources and programming through consistent public service activities, which benefits all through sisterhood, scholarship, and service. Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity was founded in 1914 on the campus of Howard University. 6 years later, its sister sorority, Zeta Phi Beta Sorority, was also founded on the campus of Howard University. My sorority, Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated, was organized on November 12, 1922, on the campus of Butler University in Indianapolis, Indiana, by 7 young educators. Sigma Gamma Rho has welcomed more than 100,000 collegiate and professional women. The sorority has more than 500 chapters in the United States, Bahamas, Bermuda, Canada, Germany, South Korea, the United States Virgin Islands, and the United Arab Emirates. My organization also has active affiliate groups devoted to empowering women at different stages in life. Sigma Gamma Rho's commitment to service is expressed in its slogan, "Greater Service, Greater Progress." The sorority has a proud history of providing positive and proactive community outreach nationally and internationally. The programs, partnerships, and sponsorships represent Sigma Gamma Rho's commitment to providing the greater good in education, service, and leadership development. And then the last of the Divine Nine is Iota Phi Theta Fraternity, founded in 1963 on the campus of Morgan State University in Baltimore, Maryland.
Good day, everyone. In celebration of Black History Month, here's a Did You Know? Did you know that African American women hold the most college degrees and therefore are the most educated group of people in the United States of America? Knowing that fact, did you also know that the images that we currently see of African American women on music videos or reality television does not depict the true essence of who we really are? There's a little Black girl magic for you. Now that you know, what are you going to do about it?
Did you know that former President Barack Obama and former First Lady Michelle Obama were the most educated first couple in the history of the American presidency? Did you know that? Former President Barack Obama attended Occidental College, Columbia University, and Harvard Law School, where he was the first Black president of the Harvard Law Review. Former First Lady and lawyer Michelle Obama attended Princeton University and graduated cum laude from Harvard Law School. This former first couple of the United States worked hard to attain their goals. They understood the importance of getting a good education. Now that you know, what are you going to do about it? This is Black excellence. Black Lives Matter started as a hashtag, first used on Facebook in 2013 in reaction to the acquittal of George Zimmerman for the shooting death of 17-year-old Trayvon Martin. Alicia Garza, Patrisse Cullors, and Opal Tometi are the originators of the hashtag. Black Lives Matter only gained national attention in 2014 after the death of Michael Brown, who was shot by a white police officer in Ferguson, Missouri. Time magazine named Alicia Garza, Patrisse Cullors, and Opal Tometi Women of the Year for 2013. Alicia Garza, Patrisse Cullors, and Opal Tometi were already working as activists for racial equality when the Black Lives Matter hashtag began to go viral. Then came the protests of 2014, and the hashtag then was going viral even further, receiving national and global media coverage. And this is the moment when this became a nationwide movement, which then spread across the globe. During protests from 2013 to present, Black Lives Matter has been a chant, a slogan, and a hashtag. The words Black Lives Matter are used to communicate that Black lives must stop coming to a violent end at the hands of citizens and police. In June 2020, during the COVID-19 pandemic, while many businesses were still closed, protests swept the nation. The protests were in response to the deaths of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor. Due to the protest and many businesses being closed for the pandemic, some businesses decided to board up their windows in major cities. Artists took this opportunity to paint the plywood that covered the windows with murals and public art. These murals and public art were an amplifier to the protesters' voices, as well as a beautiful visual to be captured on social media and by the news nationwide and globally. During the June 2020 protest, DC Mayor Muriel Bowser funded the Black Lives Matter mural on Pennsylvania Avenue, now known as Black Lives Matter Plaza. Artists did not stop at murals and graffiti. Artists of all types started to create in order to express themselves. Artists created paintings, textiles, graphic design, and much more. Black Lives Matter has shown that one person can make a difference. Remember to use your voice to stand up for what you believe in, to stand up for your friends, stand up for your family, stand up for yourself.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.